Good afternoon. Welcome to a Wednesday weekly online class. I'm so excited to be here with you to showcase so many great products that we're offering right now. Came to the decision I need to start getting online more to show you all the different products. I maybe made cards for swaps, or I made cards for friends and different kinds of just small clubs, but wasn't showcasing enough out there. So today we're going to be focusing on the Moonlit Flora. I'm real excited about that. This one I already did with my club, and it fell this week. Unfortunately, it's about the 18th of May before the paper will be back. I just checked the inventory status report, and it looks like the 25th for the stamps. Everything else is going to be coming in the next couple of weeks again. It's so popular, it keeps selling out. So there is something you can do if you like these products, and let's say that they're not available right now. It says currently unavailable. You can click, just have an email sent to you. I've been doing it too so that I can try and put it out there that, hey, this is back in stock. That way you can jump on and place your order for something that you're looking for. So it's pretty exciting. And they're pretty good about getting it out right away. You just have to check your email. So I'm pretty excited about that. What else is going on? We're going to continue to do weekly lives every week on Wednesdays with different either collections, or we have a whole schedule that goes through June. I collaborate with my friend Jeannie Nielsen. And without too much further ado, I am going to, I'm going to turn that off. I thought I turned that off already. I'm seeing if I can see comments. All right, let's go ahead and flip my camera around, and you can see the ceiling and down. All right, not too bad. I don't know if I want to come down just a smidge more. No, I think I'd like to back up there. Oops, pardon me. There we go. Okay, so I will just slide this up a little bit more so you can see. So we're talking about the Moonlit Flora. Here's the paper I was talking about that's not going to be available until May 18th. What is today's date? I don't even know, the 13th? I think it's the 13th today. Let's see here. Yep, it's May 13th. So the Moonlit Flora is a darker pattern, but it does have a few light pieces in here. And they're stunning. I love the pop of the berry burst. And I'm going to be doing a card with that with a little cool technique. And the rest are just like greeneries and lots of flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside right now. And then the other things that come with the collection are the Fern and Flora. And you can see I've been using it a lot. The Fern and Flora stamps and dies. And these dies are great. I love when they have label dies. So we'll be using those today. And that's a bundle. You get 10% off if you buy the bundle. There's this coordinating dewdrops. I love them. So you can see I've been using them up. We might need to use those today. I better leave those over here. And then one other fun thing is an embossing folder called the Fern and Flora embossing folder. And it's kind of hard to see, but I think I have, the first card we're going to do has a portion of that. So anyhow, we're going to pop this back into its container and let's get started. Okay, I see some shadows here. Let's unplug there we go. And there's a few shadows still. All right, wonderful. Okay, the first card we're gonna do is You Make the World a Better Place. Well, thank you for stopping in. If you're watching this on replay, just comment #replay so I know that people are enjoying and watching my weekly classes. This one is a quick and easy card. I'm going to pull it out of the protector page. It's layers, and then on the inside we have some stamping that we're going to do. And I bet you I didn't get out my inks, did I? I'm sure I did not. So I'm going to need to go get, let me see here. What's really nice is with our classes, we have a colored PDF with all the supplies that you need. So I need Peaceful Pine and Memento Black, which I always have Memento Black right here near me. So I have that. We're gonna need Secret Sea and Versamark. Oh, I didn't get my heat embossing. I guess I thought I was prepared. Secret Sea again. and Berry Burst Oh Olive. Let me just pop over and you can look at the cute little PDF. I'll grab all those quick inks. Berry Burst and Secret Sea, Olive, Mark. Okay, thank you for your patience. I grabbed my heat embosser. Not that I did that. We make these a couple weeks in advance. I have my embossing tools. I'll put those over here. We're not doing those. And I think I grabbed all the inks that I need. Old Olive, Secret Sea, Berry Burst. I grabbed Golden Glow. I don't know why. But because the color in here, I think, is Darling Duckling. It's not Golden Glow. No, it is Golden Glow, so I'm glad I did grab it. So, okay, great. So you'll get a supply list, you'll get all the measurements, and then you'll get the details of how to put the cards together. Let's get started. I love this. So the first card, when you order $50 or more from me, you are going to get a set of make and take kits, card kits, that will look similar to this, with no stamping, but all the die cutting, all the embossing done. So there's 4 kits. You can make 4 cards. There's a little bit of something on my there. So these are the kits that are all prepped and ready to go. If you place $50 order more, you will get these 4 kits mailed to you free of charge. And you do not have to buy the Moonlit Flora. Maybe you already own it, so you could stock up on adhesive. Maybe you want a new stamp set, or maybe you want to get the new shimmering pens. I don't know, whatever you like. Any $50 or more will get you these 4 kits for you to go ahead. And you could use substitute other sentiments as well. So let's go ahead and make them, and then we will show you how you can do them. We'll put those other kits away. And this was what I was talking about, that wonderful embossing folder. This is on the Golden Glow, which is one of our new in colors. And then I have a strip of paper we're going to use. And all these will be cut to size for you. Here's where the Golden Glow. On the other side, oh, that worked out nicely. And I have an insert. I have a circle we're gonna stamp on. You will get the die cuts. You'll get this die cut, but guess what? This is a moth. You're gonna have to stamp it yourself or use it without any stamps on it. Another little strip that's gonna go inside, and then you get your card base in Peaceful Pine. And then there's your envelope. So you get all that to make 4 cards for just an order. Now, if your order goes up to $75 or more, I have so many tutorials that I can send to you, like video tutorials that I do with people across the country and the world, actually. And you can also qualify over $75 for the product of the month. And right now it's the Eyelet Blooms for additional $5. And I have a tutorial that goes with that you automatically get in your email from me. So let's go ahead. I like to start first of all with the insert. And if you noticed on my card, where'd it go? I did some stamping in here, but I decided I wanted to add a strip on the inside. So I didn't do that on this one. So I'm gonna stamp it up a little higher, and then I'm gonna put I might do it over here. So we're gonna go ahead and get out our Peaceful Pine ink, which is one of the new magnetic. So we're gonna open that up. And I need to grab, of course, is everything not, where are my stamp sets now? Did I set them way over? Yes, I did, way over to my left. I don't think they're mounted anymore. I think I cleaned them all up after my club. Yes, I did. So here they are. I stamped the whole carrier sheet with a color, doesn't matter what color, and then I adhere the thin plastic over here over my images and words, and then the heavier carrier sheet I adhere with double-sided tear and tape, and that way, and you can see I use my stamps a lot. All the discoloration does not affect the impression. They just tend to stain. So let me grab that cute little fern right here. And I'm gonna grab a block. And so I'm gonna put this back down again. We know we want this like right here. So we're gonna have our ferns come from here. So we're gonna do first, second, and third generation. So here's first, second, and third generation. So you just get a hint right there. I like the shadowing of it. Okay, I think we can close that right now. And let's go ahead and adhere this little piece of paper. Oh dear, yep. Guess who ran out of, let's go ahead and use, we're gonna use green glue today. I ran out of my Stampin' Seal. I have it, it's just I didn't fill them up last night. Hi Edie, thanks for joining. So I have this little stand here my friend made me. I got it from one of my conventions I went to. Somebody was handing them out. So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna go to the very bottom on this. Sometimes I lift it up. There we go. So there's my insert piece. I'll just smidge it down a little bit. With the green glue, you get a little extra moment to, there we go. Bring my card base back in. And I'm gonna do some squiggles here around the perimeter. One thing about this glue, less is more, honestly. If you see how thin and lightly I did it, it's a strong adhesive. It's very sticky. And we're gonna put it, okay, I gotta bring it a little closer to me because of the shadows, and then we'll line that up. And there is our inside of our card base. So let's set that aside over here to my right. Let's go ahead and get started on the other parts. So actually we do need this. Sometimes we don't, I put ribbon on, make sure your card goes the right direction. So sometimes I add ribbon and other types of embellishments, so I wasn't gonna adhere this, but looking at my sample, I can go ahead and adhere directly to the card front. So I'm gonna turn over this embossed piece of Golden Glow, which is one of our new in colors. And flip that over. I haven't used green glue. I use it for like intricate stuff. This will be fun to use green glue or our Tombow multi-adhesive glue. Oh, excuse me, I need to get a drink of water. Thank you. Okay, next we have a strip that will already be cut for you. And this is 5 1/4 by 2 1/4 inches. And so that should fit right here. You want to leave a little bit, maybe 3/8 of an inch over here. Oh no, actually I butted up to the side. I'm thinking of another card I did yesterday. I'm constantly making card classes, and okay, that's probably plenty. And flip this over. I don't know if you can hear. I'm washing some bulky items, and they're making some noise in my washing machine. So if you hear some thudding, that's what that is. Just rub it for a moment here. And then we're gonna put a little belt across it with a contrasting. I wanna pull some of this color out. So we're gonna do that. And you can place this anywhere you want. I'm gonna do it so it's just under these flowers. I don't want those flowers to be hidden. So what's your preference? I like the Stampin' Seal. I do use green glue, I like it, but I just don't use it for the whole entirety of my cards. Are you a seal person or are you a green glue? It's a big controversy. People either love it or hate it. See, like I got a little on my finger and it's like sticky. So I'm gonna rub that out. Okie dokie. All right, so then using stylish shapes, and you'll get one of these. There's my banging again. You're going to adhere to the top of your circle. You make the world a better place. And so I'm gonna lay this down here. I'm gonna grab another block out of my little container here. And we're gonna do that in Peaceful Pine or Memento Black. I think it was done in Memento Black. No, let me look at my card. The reason I'm saying, because I think when I did the moth, oh look, I got a moth here already. I'm gonna cheat. Let's see here. Where did my card go? Yeah, I used the Peaceful Pine. So we're gonna use the Peaceful Pine again. I'm gonna put it toward the top. Hi, Denise. Thanks for popping in. So, oh, look at that. That's another piece. It got a little curled. I don't use it on this particular one, but I try to save my extra. It's a cute little thing. We'll put that over there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adhere this here. This is when I would use my green glue. I call it green glue, Tombow. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put some dots here, there, everywhere. Just kind of, it's pretty strong. And I'm gonna grab it, flip it over. Whoop. I'm trying not to get that glue on me. There we go. And I'm just gonna lay that kind of on its side right here, okay? And then I'm going to make a double bow. So we sell a Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and probably the one I go through the most is my white. You can see I've got a white one there. Whoops. I'm gonna go ahead and take off, let's see here, probably about, 13 inches, 12 inches. So I'm gonna take off 12 inches, but I'm gonna double that. It's probably a little too long. And, I'm gonna bring that down to, let's do 10 inches. So I'm using the ruler here on my mat. There we go. That's plenty. So I fold that in half so it's double stranded. I make a loop, pinch it, wrap around, and tuck through. And then I pull. And then I adjust my tails to how I want them. Up. I pull one or the other to get the right sizing of the loops. And then what I do is I pull my tails down and I grab my ribbon scissors and I just trim it off. So that's all I have for waist. And then I have still more lots of this. So we're gonna go ahead and wind that up and put it back into the bag. And we're gonna go ahead, and this is gonna be added right here to the base of it. I might make my loops a little smaller. So if you get any kind of bows from me and it's already pre-done, feel free to adjust them to make them look pretty for you. I'm gonna use a glue dot. I'm gonna kind of roll it up a little bit, place it on the back of my bow, and I'm gonna attach my bow right here. I'm gonna tuck that under a little bit. Uh-oh, that happened before. I gotta fix my bow again. Oh, shucks-a-roo. Let's get that. I should have grabbed my take your pick tool. That would have been better. Okay, we're gonna put the glue dot here where I want it. Keeps wanting to stick to me, not the paper. There we go. And we're gonna put my bow right here, kind of on an angle, and push down. There we go. And you can adjust the tails however you need to. So we'll put that away. So the next thing we have is a cute little moth, okay? So let me grab the moth. And we're gonna go ahead and stamp him. So if you don't have this stamp set and you get this kit from me, you can just leave the moth like that. I'm gonna flip him over. This is the correct size. Oh, I want it better. There we go. I need it bigger. This is where I need my Memento Black ink. And I'm gonna have to stand up. Excuse me, Oakley. The dog is in the way there. Okay, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna look over and match it up. And about 90% of the time I can do it. Let's see how I did today. Oh, it's a surprise. Look at that. Nice. I did a nice job. But I always had another one on backup ready to go. So I'll save this one for another time. All right. So, and I've already added a dimensional on the back. We're going to just put that moth flying right about here. Hey, wait a minute. Did that not come off? Nope, it didn't. It didn't come all the way off. Oakley, I keep kicking you. You're under the table. All right, I'm going to grab my wonderful dewdrops and my favorite take your pick tool. And I'm going to use the clear ones to look like dewdrops, literally. And I'm just going to place them here, there, wherever I want. I'm going to do them on the leaves and just kind of hiding here in the leaves like they're actual dewdrops. And I'm going to do this one right here. Oh, stay. Okay, so let's put that aside for now. Close up that memento. And put that aside and that aside. Those have to be clean with my chamois. And we're almost done. We are going to take this focal piece, flip it over, and we're going to grab, okay, I'm at the edges of my dimensionals, so I'm going to do some snipping after I take the rubber band off my scissors. I'm just going to go around and snip, snip, snip and make various sizes. I'm going to leave the skinny ones long because sometimes I use those underneath sentiments. And there we go. So I'm just going to grab and do the clock, 12-6, 9-3, and the middle. That's my quick way to remember it. And we've already finished card number 1. Quick, easy, and I think cute. There we go. So there's our first card. You make the world a better place. And again, you'll get all the parts to make this same card. Wonderful. So now I get 2 of them. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. And we're gonna move on to our second card. Our second card is gonna use some heat embossing. So I'm gonna have to unplug one of my devices over here. This time we're gonna use a butterfly. We're gonna use, if I don't have one of these, this is one of these little curly cues that I did. This must have been an extra curly cue. And it's gonna be really kind of a sweet and simple card. Like kind of, the cluster is where all the action is. So, and I'm going to use Sincere Thanks, and I'm going to heat emboss onto a Lost Lagoon with white embossing powder. So let's get started. Let me grab that kit. It's right here. So you'll get a thick basic white piece of cardstock. I'm going to fold that in half. I do use the thick basic white because it is sturdier, and our other basic white is a little thinner, so I prefer to use this because I'm going to do that right here. Give it a real good burnish. There we go. And then you'll have a piece of this designer series paper that's already cut to size. Now, if you really like the back, you can flip it over. I've had people do that. This is yours, but I am actually going to go for this look here. So I'm going to grab my adhesive, and we're going to go ahead and put this all the way around. And flip that over. That's the easy part. Okay, I like it to have a little bit of the white edging. You could go all the way to the edges if you'd want. It's a little crooked. I got just a moment to move that over. Okay. And then I've already die cut out the largest stitch circle that will go here. And if I get my card out, I would show you the final product here. Here's the final product. I'm going to adhere that directly to that designer series paper, so we can go ahead and do that right now. Oh, that side's so pretty too, but it's busy. Hey, you know, I saw somebody they put a heart on there. I wanted to do that. Just being silly. All right, we're going to go ahead and take that and place it up here in the upper portion of our, let's see what else. We got our embossing to do in a minute. Let's see what other parts I've got in here. Okie dokie. I got a scrap piece of white. You probably won't get this big of white or I'll probably die cut your butterfly out for you. We're gonna have this, which is gonna be popped up after we adhere our two elements. So I'm gonna slide this over here, flip those over and do the same thing I did last time. I'm just gonna add my liquid glue to parts of it. Oh, guess what? I need to do something. Do you notice sometimes when I send you die cuts, I don't have time to get all those little pieces out. So all you have to do is either take your finger and flick it. But if you can't get them all out with your finger flick, then you're gonna go ahead and take your pick tool, and I'm looking for mine, and it should be right here, and why isn't it? There it is, so by my dewdrops. And so it takes a few seconds to pop those out. But if I did that for all my customers, it would just take me forever. There we go. And so there's only 3 pieces there. And I think I saw one on here too. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, I saw a couple on this one too that I need to punch out. Okay, I'll just flick those off. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna bring that card base back in to make our focal point here. There's some glue there, I'm gonna wipe that off. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this kind of centered, maybe a little right to the center or leaning to the right. Okay, I push down on that. I'm gonna grab a block for a second. That'll hold that down. Meanwhile, we're gonna put some liquid adhesive on our little swirly guy here. Let's get that off of there. He wants to stay on. Get off of there, mister. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our adhesive to a few of the leaves. And I like to store this upside down. Like I said, somebody gifted that to me, so I don't know how they did it. Through a 3D machine, I'm sure. I'm gonna pull this one up a little higher. It's gonna be covered by, I want kind of to see more of that. So we're gonna go up high and just hold it. I'll put that on there now. While we're waiting, we're gonna go ahead and put, this is the sentiment label, but I'm not putting the sentiment directly onto the label. I wanted to show you that you don't always have to use sentiment labels for sentiments. They can be elements that you use on your cards as well. So make sure you try some different things. And see, I'm gonna put this right here and make it an element. All right? And then we're gonna take some more of that cute little bow. I'm gonna leave it on my twine here. I'm just gonna make a quick bow. About small, medium bow. Not too big, not too small, just right. Like about that. And I'm gonna snip it off. We're gonna just set that aside for a minute, okay? And we're gonna put that away. We gotta stamp our butterfly. We'll do that at the end. Make sure I got all my parts. Getting a little crowded here, aren't we? It shrinks in as you continue to do your projects. Okay, let's put that over here. I don't need the foam folder. Back in the basket. All right, so we are going to need this. I'm gonna take all this and push it to the side right now. So I have a little tray. This is our Essentials Embossing tray. It comes with a larger brush, but this is a very small element here. So I would usually use, this is just a paintbrush I found from when I was teaching at my house, crafting years ago. It does come with an embossing buddy. I love the reverse tweezers. The Versamark does not come with it, but it comes with this lovely tray, and then you buy the heat emboss powders. So let's first go ahead and prep the surface of what we're going to heat emboss. I'm just going to pull the little embossing buddy out and just kind of tap it on there. And what this does, tap and rub, is it removes any oils. I'm trying to just hold the edge, or any residue, or so that the image that we're going to stamp, or the sentiment, is going to be the only thing that adheres, or that they, what am I trying to say? The embossing powder adheres to, excuse me. So let's find that sincere thanks. Oh, I could tell I need to clean this. Okay, I don't think I have my I can feel it's not as sticky on my, because I've been using it so much. We're going to use this block. It sticks a little bit, and I have it upside down. So now we're going to grab that Versamark, which is a clear, sticky ink. I'm going to tap, 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 tap. I moved it all around. And then we're going to stamp right into the center. I'm going to hold it for a second, lift up, put the lid back on your Versamark. Put that aside to clean. Then I'm going to carefully pick this up, put it in my tray, and then I'm just going to pour some of the powder on top. Wow, that's a lot. But the good thing is there's a little decanter and you can put all of it back in. So then I like to go in with my tweezers, grab it, pick it up. Ah, see, now I bumped it. Believe me, I do that all the time. And then I'm just going to do a quick little tap. And there we go. Now see, there is some pieces up here. I can use my finger. I think that's pretty good. Let me look at them under my light. Okay, that looks pretty good. So before we get started on the heat embossing, we're going to set that aside. I'm going to unscrew this. I'm going to open up my powder. This powder seems like it's expensive, but you get so much and it lasts so long. And then later, at the end of my crafting, I go over and rinse this underwater and let it just dry overnight. So I'll be doing that later. But who knows if I'll do some more heat embossing today. So then I just put all my parts back inside here so that I have them. So we're gonna move that aside. I'm using the tweezers right now. I have to stand up to plug this in. My plug should reach. Okay. At this location where I am in Naples, I do not have this out full time. At home, I have an embossing station, which is nice because then everything I want to go over and emboss, everything's right there. Yay, it reached. Okay. So now we have, oh dear, guess what I did? My cord bonked it. So now we need to get that back out again. This is true real life, guys. And I gotta put some more powder on. And we're back in business, except I'm gonna need that little paintbrush again to get off the spot where I bonked it, right there. Okay, so have various size paintbrushes to help you get off parts. And then I just see some more where I clipped. I see a little bit more here, so I'm just gonna rub that off. Otherwise, those are gonna heat emboss like speckles, which you might like that, so. Okay, I will take care of that little smidgen later. Move that way across the table. I'm not using that. It's gonna be loud for just a second. I'm gonna let it heat up. But it really happens pretty fast. I like the white because it really stands out on colored paper. Oh, here's the magic. Slowly happening. And there we go. Just takes moments. And now we have our sentiment. Put that back over there. Okay, so let's bring our card and our other elements in. I'm gonna set that aside. See, a little bit there was underneath where my tweezers were, but that's okay. We'll put a dot over that. I'll show you how we can fix that. So we're gonna take a scrap piece of paper and we are going to stamp the cute little butterfly. And I should have done this in advance. Where is my butterfly? Oh, he's not here right now. That's the moth. Where is my butterfly? He seems to be missing. Oh, there he is. He was hiding way up there. Okay. I'm going to use black memento. Stamp him. Okay, that's enough. You can't chew the rest of that. I gave him a special treat, but he's trying to chew the actual treat. All right, so we have the dies like I talked about. And we're gonna put these back inside here for another. I'm gonna grab my cute little butterfly. Here's the butterfly die. I'm gonna quickly run through. Yours will be already cut. I just obviously didn't cut this one, but I do have my Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine right here. And I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna go like this. And when I get to the point where I have to show, I'll lift my camera up higher, but this is just a simple, I'm gonna hit my simple die cut out. I need new plates, but I think they were out of stock earlier. Well, let's hope that this stays put because my tape is over on my counter. I'm trying to center it, and I'm gonna cover it really carefully, and you'll see it come through. And there it is. There's the butterfly. I'm gonna put that butterfly back so I don't lose it. Those little dies, if you don't put them away right away, you're gonna lose them. So throw that away into my scraps. And I like to roll this back in halfway, and that way I have it. Oakley, why are you right by my feet? Okay, let me sit back down. Honey, you gotta give me room. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put a dimensional on the back of our butterfly. Just gonna cut a little tiny one and put it directly in the middle of my butterfly. And the butterfly, you can put him wherever you want. I'm just gonna have him kind of flying up here. I don't know, or maybe I might change it. I see some spot here. I'm gonna fill that spot in. I changed my mind. All right, so next we're gonna do is we're gonna take and we're going to put this on the back of our sentiment, kind of like this on an angle. So what I do is I take tear and tape. I think that little stinker dog got something. I'll have to go see what he's got. He pranced off too excited and happy. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on there. I'm not even gonna take off the backing. I got it a little too long. So I just do it a little haircut. Oh, I guess not. He's just going to drink his water. I was wrong. And then I'll add some more dimensionals right here. I'll put one there. And this one here. Sorry, Oakley, I didn't know you were thirsty. Okay, and we're gonna put that on top of our other sentiment label. Look at that. It was just a bow that just kind of gives it a little bit of dimension. We're gonna grab those dewdrops, but I'm gonna use the Secret Sea ones. And see this little spot here? Let's cover it up. Nobody will ever know. I love that. And then there's larger ones. And I'm gonna take and put, we'll put one over here, and then I'll take one more small one and I'll put it over here. So there we go. That would be your card number 2. So you'll have to do the heat embossing, or you can stamp it in black if you don't have heat embossing items, but everything will be provided for you. I will not stamp the butterfly, okay? And otherwise, everything is cut for you. You'll get the embellishments and the envelope, and that's that. So it would be kind of cute to put on an envelope, or a couple of those cute little butterflies. Where did the butterfly go, Diane? It was right here, right there. Let's put a few butterflies on the envelope just because I'm thinking of it. I see, Jennifer, you wrote something, but I can't really see right now. Hold on, I'll see if I can pull it up on my iPad. So I'm just gonna put 3 cute little butterflies, let them dry, and there's my card. I should have put the fern on that other one. Okay, so that's card number 2. Set that aside. We're gonna move on to card number 3. Let me just kind of reorganize. I think we're gonna take a moment and we're going to clean these. Let's see, we're gonna do this. Get all these. This is my new, can you believe it? This is my new chamois. It is filled already. Let me tell you, the back is even worse. Obviously, I've been using a lot of, it's actually Blackberry Bliss, if you believe it or not. And see, this one, he needs to be soaked in some Dawn and warm water. He's not sticking very well. All right, we'll move that over there. This is the one I should grab and do some, and then let's clean the moth off. Okay. All right, we're done with that. Let's put those aside. So I was kind of like, wow, you can tell I've been very busy. Let me see if I can pull up the, what you're commenting about real quickly. Oh, great. Come on. Design with Diane. Where are you? Right there. No, I'm not in the group. I want the other one. I want my business page, please. Right there where it says live. And we'll click on this and turn the volume down. There we go. And it doesn't want, it's going to spin. And I know you have to turn, maybe you have to turn it. No, usually I have to turn it. When I had my meeting yesterday, I had to turn it, excuse me for bumping you, to see the, I liked my own. There we go. Oh, Ina chewed my spatula. Oh, geez. She has been getting it. Yes, isn't that funny? The dog's kind of, yep. That's what I said to my daughter. She said the same thing. Her dog got into some pillows and started ripping them up. And I've had Oakley grab some shoes of mine. Not anymore. I make sure I close that closet. Yeah, they do get comfortable thinking, oh, they don't need us to watch them anymore. Okay, let's get back to stamping. Got two more cards. Oh, this one's a quick and fun and easy one. This one is using up smaller pieces. I liked how it was smaller on the front with a piece of the Secret Sea embossed there. Again, you'll have all your parts. It has some ribbon. I hope the ribbon's in my basket. And all the directions. So let me grab that one. So we have a Secret Sea card base. It's already going to be pre-scored for you. Let's set that aside for a sec. And we're going to grab my bone folder. And this one we're going to do in a landscape version, like that. So I have one already made, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So you have strips. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Kind of like that. I mean, you can put them in any order you want. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my trimmer and show you how I did this. So they start off as rectangles. And then I'm going to put this in here, but I'm going to put it on an angle. And if you look here, I'm putting it at the 1/4 inch, right here on this line here. And I'm going to slide up to the top, okay? Like that. I think I'm doing this right, if I recall correctly. And so then you get a strip off of it like that, okay? So you can do that to all 4. So I can do these 3 all at once. That one's a little smaller for some reason. Is this one too big? This one is, these are supposed to be 1 inch. This one's too big. Good thing we tested that. It would not fit on our spot. So I'm gonna trim that down to 1. Then we're gonna stack these up and do the same kind of cut. So I'm gonna line the tip up to the top of the little valley. I'm gonna come down to a 1/4 inch. I'm gonna carefully fold this over, keeping it centered, and over, and down, and swipe. Just gives it a little bit of visual interest, okay? Then you're gonna take your card and your card base. You're gonna have a perfectly cut spots, and you're gonna just lay these down how you like them. You can turn them upside down and all around. And you're just doing the opposite look. And turn this one upside down. Now, I might do this, and here's the reason why. Those flowers, the orientation were down. So that's how you do it. You'll just glue it to the white, and then you're gonna glue it to the golden glow. So that's how you do it. It's as simple as that. All right, so I'm not gonna take the time to do all that for you, but now I get to make another card, which is nice. I'll put those right over here in a pile. And now we have this done. So that's how quick and easy it is to change up some rectangles. All right, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna add it here, but no, I'm not. Let me show you the card first. There's the card. Right here, hidden, hidden, hidden. Oh, I don't have one of my pieces again. All right, I'm gonna wrap some of the Secret C. I love these clear envelopes. They protect your cards so much. So I'm gonna wrap the Secret C ribbon around it before I adhere it. So let me see, let's pray that it's in here. It is, yay. Okay, sometimes when I'm designing, I may have to use the same stuff, so. All right, I don't know if I tell you how much ribbon here. About 12 inches. I did, that's 12 inches. I'm gonna cut some off. This is our Secret C, which is one of last year's colors. I'm gonna take this aside. I, for some reason, have to tie like this. And we're gonna tie a knot. Crisscross, hold it, pull it tight, and crisscross over. And again, you'll get your ribbon. Come on, no, don't lose it on me, buddy. Can I grab it? Nope, gotta do it again. I hate when that happens. All right, flip-flop fingers here. Hold, I can tie a knot. Always when you're on video, guys, always. And tuck under. If I was just doing this by myself, I would have had it done by now. Grab it and pull it through. There we go. Now this kind of shreds a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna grab my ribbon scissors. So I say, they're right here. And you can straighten this out to where you want it. I think I want it up a little higher because I want that yellow flower to kind of show. Again, you can do whatever you want. And then I'm just gonna trim these on an angle with my ribbon scissors. And get in there, there we go. 1 and 2. Okay, now we can adhere it to our card base. Oh, that's right, I was gonna grab my seal, but I don't think I have anything. Let's see if I have, I might have just a tad left in here. You can see the orange is coming through, or the, yep, now I'm out. All right, let's go ahead and put that right about there. I guess it can go either way. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one different. Notice how the sentiment is up here. I'm gonna put the sentiment down below. I just feel like it's gonna look good right there. I could be wrong, we'll try it. All right, so we're gonna adhere this with a little bit of a margin all the way around. And then, do I not have a little piece of the blue for me? I have my, there it is, it fell out. And then you're gonna take this piece. If it's a little bit too big, you're gonna just trim it down. So I see that I have about 1 inch. So I'm gonna make this about like 7/8 of an inch. Because what happens is when the paper goes through an embossing folder, it's gonna stretch the paper out. So let's bring this down to about 7/8 and see how that works. So you will need your trimmer sometimes to see here. I like that. And I do. Okay, so this is gonna go right here in this space here. Grab my liquid glue, not that one, he wasn't decanting. Okay. This has got the emboss, I'm gonna put a little bit extra on there. And then we're going to flip this over and put it in that section right there. Well, let's straighten out my bow. Okay, now we have our sentiment to put on, and it says, "You're an amazing friend." We're going to need those in a minute. "You're an amazing friend" is in the middle here. Grab one of my blocks here. Ooh, that size block. And we're going to grab our Secret C. I love Secret C. It's a great neutral. Thanks for joining me, everyone. If you haven't already, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, a heart, and share this video if you like it. Maybe you know somebody who might want to see the fern and flora. So there you are, amazing friend. This is going to stain. I'm going to quickly clean that up now so I don't have a accident. All right, that's all cleaned up. Close up my ink. We're almost done. And the next one's going to be a little bit more steps, but I can't wait to show you. It's a fun card. All right, let me grab my good old dimensionals. Okay, now I'm going to have to cut some of those smaller ones up. So we're going to go like this. We'll just do that. Okay. And you can tell me, do you like the sentiment up high or low? I think it just depends on what your paper looks like. So here's the one where I did it up on top, and here's the one where I did it down below. And I'm going to grab some of my dewdrops and my take your pick tool. And this one I'm going to use one Secret C. And I'm going to put it right, I was going to put it up here. I don't know if I like it there or not. Let's see. Yeah, I do, because it kind of brings your eye to the, but what I might do, that's awfully large. Let me try the small one just for kicks. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so a little bit different. I used a larger one here. All right, if you look really closely, can you see who got this card? He put some teeth marks on there. Silly dog. So if you end up getting this card from me, it might have some teeth marks on it. Barely, I think you wouldn't even notice if I didn't show you. So we're gonna go ahead and adhere our insert in. Again, I don't always decorate the inside. You could if you want. Sometimes I just leave it as is with just a white surface to write in. This depends on my mood and what I have available to me. And there we go. Card number 3. All right, the last card. I'm gonna have to lift my camera up. Let me do that now. Okay. You're gonna see quite a bit of a avalanche pile over here and some things over here. So I gotta stand up for this one. We are going to, let me turn it a little bit more this way, do the last card, which is probably my favorite card because it's kind of a fun fold, but it is so easy. Seriously, it just has some steps, okay? So this is the card, and let me show you the real card. It's buried in here somewhere. There's my kit. And here's the card. Let's pull it out of the plastic. All right, so thankful for you, and then you open it up, and it goes like this. Isn't that cool? I love this card. All right, very, very easy to do. Let's get started. We'll set that in the corner, put my directions over here. Let's go through our parts. Okay, we've got some parts and parts and parts. Okay, first we have our card base, Berry Burst. That's already been scored by me, so I'll put that away. We're going to use the scoring tool, And this is going to be a regular, well, the sizes are smaller, but it's like a regular card with a fold back. It's really pretty simple. And you just fold it back on itself. And it's going to be glued or adhered in to our card base like this. So you're going to put the glue on the back of that. Okay? So I'm going to wait a second to do that because we have to do one more thing first. So I'm going to open up my card like this. Sit back down. And I'm going to take a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch, and I'm going to place it right here. And I'm going to glue everywhere, but not in the center of this paper. So let's go ahead and grab my adhesive, and I'm just going to go ahead and do some swirls, but I'm not going to touch the center. Okay? Or actually, do I touch the center? I can't remember. I think we do. Well, we'll do it this way this time. I think you do touch the center on this one. Usually I don't. Okay, so we're going to glue that on here. Give that a moment. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, let's move this aside, and I'm going to pull in that really big, because I need it for the card base, my big Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine. I'm right-handed. I have to do it this way. Let's move that aside. Okay, we're going to crank this back. I'm going to lay my card right here on top of here. Okay, and I grabbed them. Where did I put them? They should be right here in this container. Yep. And you're going to want the second to largest circle. And you're going to just center it somewhere in the middle, wherever you desire. Okay? And then you're going to put the plate on top. And you're going to roll this through. That's why I needed the large one. I couldn't use my small embossing because I needed to put the whole card through. And so when you take it apart, you're going to have these two pieces, okay? And actually it's a little stuck together, which is what I wanted it to be stuck together. So actually, well, I want to do this. I do not want them to stick together, but it looks like mine did a little bit. Oh, shucks. See if I can get it off. Yeah, make sure you put your glue on the outside because I want the front of this pink or berry burst to be the mat for my next project. All right, so let's get this Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine put aside. Okay, let's come back in here with my silicone mat so you can see better. So now you have these two pieces. Well, this is the front side of the berry, and that's going to be to the front. Now I'm going to take the front side of this. You can pick either one, but I ripped that one, so we're going to glue this one now carefully to this. Where's my glue? There it is. So we're going to put some adhesive on here. And that's why I didn't want to glue it together, because I wanted the front of that. So this is the back side of my berry burst. And I'm going to attach this carefully to the circle. Let's grab a block and put that on there. Oh, there's my small ones. And while that's resting for a minute, let's bring back in our card base. And we're going to put the glue on the back of this large section of our fun fold. Making sure you have it so that the fun fold goes that way. I'm going to lift this up so I can see and center. I want to get my margins as close as I can. All right. Going to give it a rub. Since I'm using the liquid glue, hi Carol, I'm going to go ahead and rub it for a second. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give this one more burnish. There we go. And actually, I'm going to give this one another burnish, the one underneath. Just want it to lay it nice and flat. There we go. Okay. There we go. So what you're going to do next is you're going to put some adhesive right here. Okay. And let's see here. Where did my circle go? Oh, right here. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over. Now we have the front side of this, and it's going to fit nicely back into this circle. So I'm going to take my liquid glue, because that's what I have right now, and I'm just going to go around, add some, not too much, like I said, a little will do you, maybe a little bit to the edges there. And then I'm going to turn this way. Okay. And I see a little bit more gunk on there. I want to try and get that off. There we go. And I'm going to put this inside with the berry side up. I've only glued part of it. Fits perfectly in there. Let's throw that on there for a minute. You will also be given a white circle that's going to match perfectly. I went ahead and colored it with some Stampin' Blends. You can use any kind of markers. And then I added some dewdrops, and we're going to add some glue to this. And I didn't want to take your time to color all that for you, so we're going to go ahead and put our focal point right here. And again, I'm going to just set that on top to hold it. And we're going to go, and we have, see, I have stamped, there's a stamp in here that has a border, and then I did Thankful for You and Old Olive, the berry burst border, and then I added a couple more of the dewdrops in the green. It was my goal to use every one of the colors in my card class. Okay, and so then you're going to pick a spot for that. You can go straight on if you're Susie, my friend Susie. Uh-oh, what's on there? Or you can go right of center or left of center. I think, let's see here. Actually, I'm kind of in the mood to put it straight for some reason today. Oh my goodness, I'm getting the hiccups. Pardon me. Okay. Whereas this one, I kind of put a little bit more right of center. Okay. And there is my mechanism card. And it wasn't hard at all, guys. It was one swoop through the Stampin' Cut Emboss Machine. You can stamp anything you'd like for your focal point, color it in, make a die cut there. One last thing, I felt like it needed something more inside, so we're going to bring the inside to the outside, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this, and I think I decided to put it at the very bottom to anchor it. And I got this. Alrighty, put that right here at the bottom. I'm trying to get it really centered. There we go. Got a minute to move it around here. Okay, all good. We're gonna fold this in, and there we go. You guys, that is the 4 cards. It was a lot of fun. I did not do all my envelopes. Probably would have done all my envelopes, but I'm trying to keep my class to an hour. I see I'm a little over an hour right now, which is okay. I just don't want to go over an hour because it's a quick demonstration. So as you see, I have the 2 berry burst cards using the Fern and Flora. Okay, there's those. Let's dig through this pile here and find them all. We have these 2 cards that I did, the Sincere Thanks, which we did some heat embossing. And I did a little bit of that envelope. That turned out nicely. We have the 3rd card we did, actually, which was where I changed the position of the sentiment. It doesn't matter. You decide where you want your sentiment to go. And the first card we did was this one here. You make the world a better place. And so, there we go. So those were the 4 cards that you would get in kits, just like you saw me pulling them out of kits that were all in here. The envelopes are included, and you will be able to get this PDF tutorial will be emailed with you with colored pictures to show you steps how to do it, all typed up by me and Jeannie. And we are offering the PDF for $15 if you just want the PDF. My team gets it for free. Yes, indeed. If you are part of my team, you will not get the kits for free, but you will get the PDF for free. And this PDF is part of my Stampin' Gems, which we do have a special if you join the team now. You can get all the different kinds of tutorials that I create and type up. And then if you want to just buy something from me, if you're a customer of mine, buy $50 or more, you automatically get enough to make 4 cards with all the parts I showed, no stamping. You could do your own sentiments or your own focal points, or just like, you don't have to put the decoration on the moth. Whatever you want to do, you'll get all these parts, just like I did today, putting together. If you bump your order up to $75, you're going to get 2 more tutorials. One will be a, actually, is it Fern and Flora right now? I'm not remembering. I have an extra Fern and Flora one, so I might just pop that one in too. I can't remember what this month's is. I think it is Fern and Flora. I'll double check. And then that's with any kind of $75 purchase or more. People can get that from me. And it's just, we rotate each month of what the bundle is that we use. And then I also am a part of the product of the month, which is something new instead of having Facebook. And I guess I should flip over and let you look at me. Hello. So part of the product of the month is you can get the eyelet die, which mine's over there in my office, and you would get that for an additional $5. So yeah, I'm hoping you liked what you saw today and you want to get the parts and you want to make these, even if you want to use different papers or sentiments, or change the cards up to what you want to do. It's just a fun thing. So I hope you go to my online store and find something you like. There's a lot of new products. A lot of things are online. I think I showed you on my coffee and a card. We got 2 great kits. I heard one of them. I didn't see it on there though. I have to go look. Was already out. Remember that balloon one? I think it's already on back order. But then you can go and click and get an email when it comes back in. I knew that one would be popular. And then what else? Whoa, I just lost a stamp here. We lost, the moth was flying away. So if you have any questions, let me know. This is my Design with Diane weekly online class with the option, if you make a purchase from me of anything in my online store, you'll get the kits for free. I'll mail them to you, all parts there, and you can make the cards as you desire. No stamping is involved. And then you have other options to get more freebies from me. If you haven't noticed, on Mondays, you're right. Thank you, Edie. I'm still into the eyelet blooms. You're right. In fact, I have it right here. You know why? Because I haven't done it yet. Sorry, just reach in my stomach there. Thank you, Edie. Here it is. It's called Berry Botanical Vellum Park. Because my brain hasn't switched over to May. There's been so much happening in the month of May. Thank you, Edie. I really appreciate that. This is some new vellum we have for an additional $5 out of $75. It's vellum. And actually, it's sitting over there because I need to do my tutorial for it and get that uploaded. So it has a green dot, which is Peaceful Pine. It has 2 florals, one a larger floral with more spacing in between it. The other one is a dense floral. Probably my favorite. Oh, it's pretty thick. I gotta get back in here. Look at this. The pretty plaid. That's pretty cool. So that is the product of the month. I already did mine and had it sent to me, but I haven't used it yet. Been working on my club that's coming up. I need to get those in the mail by tomorrow, but I'm waiting for Stampin' Up! To send parts that they left out of my order, but they did send them, and I have a notification they're coming. Oh, it looks like it's going to rain outside today. I had no idea it was going to rain today. I think that's it. Thank you, Edie. I appreciate you pointing that out. My mind was still on the April with the eyelets. I think the reason too, Edie, when I looked on there, the stamp set from March just sold out. They still have the April one available, and you can choose between April and May, but you can only get one of them. So you can get the eyelet dies. If you want the May vellum, you'd have to place another $75, or there's only one per person, including demonstrators. We only get one of these product of the months. So, all right, I think that's it. I think I've been doing like over an hour and 10 minutes on these classes, but next week, let me tell you what we're doing. We're going to be doing the butterfly garden kit. We're going to show you how you can purchase a kit, and then we're going to send you 4 more cards that coordinate and use that stamp set. A lot of fun, something new. I've never done this before, and I can't wait to show you. I have some fun cards ready, and I'll see. Oh, the eyelets were cool. Yes, Edie, I love the eyelets. I think that's why it's on my mind. But I think because I saw it on when I was looking at the product list to see what was available and not available. That's it. It's Moonlit Flora. It's part of, it's in our catalog, but there's lots of things at my online store, designwithdiane.stampinup.net. And I will post a little later today. I need to take this dog to the dog park before it rains. I hope it doesn't rain. He needs to run around, and I told him it was his treat. So thanks for joining me. I had fun heat embossing and making these cards. I think they are excellent cards, and have a great day. And I'll see you on Friday if you're going to join me for coffee and a card at 10 o'clock. And on Mondays, I'm doing mystery card at noon. So I'm coming to you 3 times a week now. I'm really working on boosting my business. So I'd really appreciate any order, any that you place, small, large, whatever. It helps every bit because I have some goals. I have a sales goal I'm trying to reach, and I also am trying to earn the incentive trip. So I'm working hard on my business, and I can't wait to help you with any of your stamping needs. Have a great day, and I will see you Friday. Bye.